in the summer? In the summer, I want the trip to vary, but the one in the winter will go to the same place every year. In the winter, we go skiing, and in the summer, we go somewhere tropical and very beachy. Kids will be allowed to skip school. Not all the time, but they'd be able to take off days. I know how stressed out school can be, so I'm not gonna do that to my kids. I think having a B and up is reasonable as long as they're trying their best in school. Next, my kids will not be required to play a sport. I play a sport, but they won't be required to. I want them to do something with their lives and be productive and athletic, but they don't have to play a sport. That's not a requirement. Even though this might sound crazy, but I want little surfer kids. I don't know. But my kids will not be freaking iPad kids. They're not gonna be allowed to get a phone until they're in middle school. I refuse to have my children glued to cell phone and devices. I feel like my mom, all the kids, friends, family, everyone always wanted to be at my house because my mom was literally known as the fun mom. So I want people to know that if they come over, it's not going to be boring and my kids are going to have a good time. My kids will be in swimming lessons. I definitely want them to learn how to swim, and I want at least one of my kids to play an instrument. So my minimum for kids is 4, but my maximum is 6. Oh, it's crazy, but I just love kids, and I love babies. My kids first start off with phones. There will be screen times, and they will be limited so they don't get obsessed and glued over phones. So when they first start out with phones, they will not be allowed to have social media on any platform. I want my kids to, all the fun stuff you see people do with their lives. I'd rather be the family that does that stuff versus watching other people do it. I don't know about y'all, but I freaking love camping, so I want to take my this isn't opening clip. I might take my kids on camping trips. I don't know. Next, I'll allow my children to state their opinion. I don't want my kids to feel like they have to walk on eggshells around me, and I just want my kids to be able to tell me anything. I kind of want a daughter like me, so yes, we will have spa days. Yes, we will have self-care days, and yes, we're going to go get our nails done and all that stuff. To piercings, I'll be like my parents. My parents allow me to get piercings, but only in the ear and the nose, and I'll allow them to get ear piercings and a nose piercing, but it will not be in middle school. It'll be in high school. Also, I'm not letting my kids dye their hair. I'm sorry. Why are you 6, 7, 8, 9 years old wanting to dye your hair? That's gonna ruin their hair, and I'm not ruining my kids' hair. Even though I love the beige aesthetic, I do not want my kids to grow up playing with beige blocks and beige toys. They will be colorful, and they will have a colorful room and lifestyle. I want to be like Nora Smith. low key. I love to cook. Her videos just get me so excited. My kids are ever in school and they text me and are I don't want to be here anymore. I'm coming to get you. I'm going to force you to be there. I mean, I'm not going to do it every day, obviously, but if you're ready to go, I'll come and get you. We can go get Starbucks or something. I think that's it. That's my get ready with me, because I kind of look like a dead girl, but hey, let me know if you want a part 2 to this video. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Hey guys, get ready if you want to talk about my rules for my future kids. Okay, the first one isn't going to be relatable at all, but my kids will play baseball or softball. It's just because I was raised in a baseball softball family, and I want my kids to play that until they can tell me they don't want to play. Okay, I don't want my kids to have a phone until 13, but I feel like once I have kids, that rule will change, and I'll probably lower the age. But right now, I don't think it's necessary to have one until 13. Okay, for sleepovers, I have to meet the other kid's parent, just because I've heard so many stories, and I don't know, it scares me. But once my kid starts going into high school, then I'll probably be more chill about it. Okay, this rule might be a little controversial, but every Sunday we're going to be going to church, and I feel like Sundays should be spent with family, so no friends on Sundays. Okay, the next rule I have is that I will allow my kids to go to parties, but I will not provide alcohol or keep alcohol in my house. My kids will not be drinking alcohol in my house, but I'm fine with them going to parties and not telling me what they're doing, just because I want them to be safe, and I'd rather pick them up and then sneak out and do something stupid. Okay, this next one really isn't a rule. It's just something I'm going to do as a parent. I'm going to let my kids have privacy because I feel like I have no privacy. Like, for one, I'm not going to go through their phone or, like, go through any of their stuff because it's their stuff, and I'm going to respect that. Okay, next rule is if my kids cuss at me, I will freaking kick their butt. I don't care if you, like, cuss your friends or I can hear it, but, like, I just don't want to hear cussing in my house. Okay, I'm really big on this, but absolutely no smoking. If I catch you smoking, like, I don't even know what I'll do. And I have my reasons on why this one's so big, but there will be no smoking at all. Another one people probably won't agree with me on is no C's and D's. Just because if you're struggling in a class, I'm just gonna like get you all the help you can get. So there really should be no reason you're getting C's or D's. I mean, unless it's chemistry, but other than that, like no. All right, guys, bye. Thanks for watching. Get ready.
Here's some rules that I would have for my future kids. Ignore the mismatched clips. One of them broke in my suitcase. First rule, and I stand by this, I do not care. My kids will not be having a phone until 6th grade. And they're not getting an iPad until like kindergarten. You can say that's too late. You can say whatever you want, but I do not want my kids to be raised on social media or the internet in general. That's why so many kids now are reading below their designated grade level, because shows aren't even educational anymore. They're allowed to date at any age unless they're a zoophile or something, then you gotta get up out of my house. The only time I wouldn't allow it is if the person that they're dating came from like Wiz. Oh, also, if I catch my child saying where my hug at or being nonchalant in any way, shape, or form, then they'll be forced to spend the summer with their great-grandfather in Trinidad until they learn to come correct. Because I don't know where you got that from, but it surely wasn't from me. I'm not allowing cussing of any kind in my house. If you're going to swear, do so with your friends and outside. When you're talking in my house, especially talking to me, you're going to talk with respect. Either way, I'm going to make sure that their vocabulary is broadened enough so that they can find other words to use or other words to express themselves. And just how I don't want for them to cuss, I'm also not going to be swearing in front of my children. When it comes to grades, I don't want to encourage performing low at all. If they fail a class, the next time they bounce back, they do better. I get them some outside help. I study with them. So when the next report card comes and you're failing that class again, then yeah, we're gonna have problems. Nevaeh said this perfectly in her video, like encouraging your child to try their best and allowing them to fail over and over and over again. It's only gonna normalize a low performance. Why would I do that? My kids will 100% be getting an allowance, and when they're younger, I'm gonna give them a piggy bank so that they can start saving at a young age. It's never too early to learn how to save. The younger you start, the better you will be at making financial decisions. I always say that I want my kids to do better than me. Like, one of many things, and I want them to be better when it comes to spending. Like, I don't know why so many of these videos say that they're not gonna give their child an allowance. It's good for them to know the value of a dollar. It's good for them to go into a store and be like, okay, this is my budget. What can I afford? What do I want? What do I need? I'm not gonna be strict about piercings at all. Tats, on the other hand, you're gonna have to wait until you're 18. If you come to me at 12 talking about you want a tat, I'm gonna tell you to get out of my face. Anyway, we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces.